So in the past, when the whole core four has not been on the floor, we've seen you play with Darius quite a bit, and this year it's been you with Donovan. What have you liked about that pairing? Because it's worked really well for you guys.
Yeah, it's just a little bit different dynamic. Don's out there and me out there. We got a little two-man game going. I feel like it's pretty good. We got to get a little better with it, but I feel like that's pretty good. So me and him as scoring options, and then guys around us like Sam and other shooters, it just makes life easier.
What's different about playing with Donovan compared to playing with Darius as part of that two-man game?
I feel like it's pretty similar. I mean, a lot of the same plays, same actions. It's just me and Don instead of me and Darius.
Kenny was pretty vocal about how in the Boston game at the end he didn't get you enough touches, and then he went right to you in the first quarter. Just to have a coach that kind of owns up to that and calls your number the way he did the other night, like what does that mean? Like that he was able to make that adjustment for you?
It means a lot. I feel like he definitely knows what he's talking about, knows what he's doing, and him going to me the next quarter definitely boosts my confidence and his belief in me and all that. So I just try to go out there, play my game, and get as many wins as possible. So.
Kenny mentioned the other day that he wasn't happy with the defense against Boston. What makes them so hard to guard?
They got great players all around. All 5 players can score, so you can't really help too much off of them. Also, they got big guards as well that can get down into the paint, so it's tough to read if you want to help or you don't want to help. You just kind of like pick your poison, and I feel like we just got to do a better job of guarding our yard. And past few games, not just Boston, we haven't played the best defense. I feel like we got to get that side a little more tight, and from there we should be good.
What do you have to do to get it more tight?
Just practices like this, going over our system. I feel like since our schedule was so high intensity that we didn't really get too many practices to keep going over stuff, and I feel like the defensive side just slipped a little bit.
Can you talk a little bit about that overhelping aspect of it? How important is it for you guys to not only trust in one another on the defensive end, but also to create spacing for one another, to also get rebounds on that end?
It's super important because our defense kind of runs our offense and makes our offense even easier. So if we get stops and turnovers, it just leads to transition buckets, and so we just got to keep that defensive end as tight as possible.
What is the difficulty of that? Because like, everybody on this team is really aggressive on that end and wants to improve the defense. So you want to help out, you want to overhelp a little bit, but to stay in your area or on your man, how difficult is that task?
Yeah, you got to just pay attention to the scout and what our team defense is. If your guy's a shooter, you can't really help too much off of him. If your guy isn't, or if you're cross match, you got to know who you're guarding and adjust your defense accordingly.
You saw these guys obviously first game of the season, didn't have RJ though. RJ, what do you think he's doing well right now, and how do you feel like you guys have to kind of walk him off?
Yeah, he's a good player, likes to drive left a lot, so we got to definitely take away that left hand and force him to shoot tough twos and not just easy ones, easy threes or easy layups. So I feel like that's going to be the game plan.
What's the most surprising thing that you've learned about Ty?
Honestly, I've seen this the whole time. It's not surprising. So yeah, nothing's really surprising me.